Welcome to this tutorial about the tools available on the Property Overview screen. This is the first screen seen immediately after a report has been created or opened for editing, and it could be considered as the home page for the editing process. As you will see, it is the access point to all of the forms used for entering and editing property-related data, and it permits the user to view summaries of the work in progress or to alter the configuration of rooms should the need arise. The report details are at the top, the room configuration is displayed in the middle palette, and the photos, item icons, or a summary of comments and descriptions currently added to a room are displayed in the lower palette, depending on which view is selected on the left. There are also buttons along the bottom giving access to various forms for particular categories of property data. To begin with the room configuration, we will briefly look at the ways of altering the room configuration on this screen, in case the room configuration chosen on report setup needs to be altered. To delete a room after a report has been set up, just click the red X next to the room icon, or click on the room and then use the Delete Room button toward the bottom left of this screen. To add rooms, click on the Add Room button to the bottom left of the screen. Select the rooms you wish to add and click OK. To swap the room name for any of the alternatives configured in the settings, click next to the room name and select the preferred alternative from the drop-down list. To change the order of the rooms in the report, merely click on the rooms and drag them to the position you'd like them to occupy. For example, I'll drag the ensuite bathroom so it appears in front of the bedroom. If a desired alternative room name is not available, then the alternative you desire can be easily added by visiting the settings. It is worth noting that the settings can be accessed at any time from this overview screen by selecting the cog icon to the bottom right of this screen. More information on these settings tabs can be viewed on other tutorials and in particular on the videos within the settings tutorial section. However, for our present purpose of adding an alternative room name, we will select the Room Name Selections tab. You will note that the principal room names are listed down the left and the swappable name options for the principal room name highlighted are shown to the right. To add a new alternative, just highlight the relevant room and click on the plus button below the palette of alternative options. Now we can select the option just created from the drop-down list. To import photographs or view and assign any photographs that have been imported, click on the camera icon below. Notice that although this report has just been set up and no descriptions or comments have been manually assigned to items as yet, many descriptions for the basic items have already been filled out because a property decor was selected on setting up the report. For more information on adding comments or descriptions or editing existing ones, please view the videos related to the item description form. These descriptions and comment summaries are those assigned to the items in the room currently highlighted above, so on highlighting a new room, the descriptions and comments shown change. You may have noticed that the buttons to the left of the lower panel always offer the two alternative views. In other words, there are three potential views in this palette, and the buttons to the left always offer the options not currently displayed. To return to the item icon view, click on the item's icon. For your ease of reference, there is a traffic light system for each item. The light on the left refers to the item description, and the light on the right to the item comment. A green light means that some text has been entered, whereas a red light indicates that the field is empty. Similarly, there is a single light for each room. If the light next to the room goes green, it indicates that every item in the room possesses both a description and a comment. However, please note that these indicators are for your convenience only and will not appear on the report or affect it in any way. Occasionally, it may be useful to duplicate a room with its contents, descriptions, and perhaps in rare cases even comments. For instance, if you have two very similar bedrooms, you could duplicate the bedroom by highlighting it and clicking on the Duplicate Room button below. Here you can choose whether to duplicate the descriptions or comments along with the contents. If you are duplicating a room, the contents may well be matching, in which case you will probably want to duplicate the descriptions, but the comments are only likely to be worth copying if the contents are in good condition, as otherwise the exact conditions are likely to vary. And here you see the duplicate bedroom. This room will automatically be entitled Copy, but its name can be switched as shown earlier, so for instance you might choose to change the name to Bedroom 1, 2, Front Bedroom, etc. All descriptions and comments are assigned to room items using the item description form, which can be accessed by double-clicking on a room or double-clicking on an item. If you double-click on a room, you will enter the item description form with the first item in the room automatically selected. To exit and return to the property overview form, click here. If you double-click on an item, the item description form will be opened with the item you double-clicked on automatically selected for editing. To review assigning photographs, descriptions and comments to items using this form, please view the video tutorial in the item description section. Now let's look at the various other functions for entering report data. To assign meter reading information, along with any photographic evidence, click here. A photo of the meter at the time of check-in or check-out can be assigned here. And all other pertinent information can be entered into the boxes, either by directly entering the text or by selecting an option from the pop-up menus. Please note that the readings entry fields shown below, low, normal, high and credit, all relate to the particular commodity, i.e. gas, water, electricity or oil, selected at the time. To enter readings for another commodity, highlight it first and then enter values in the low, normal, high or credit fields as appropriate. Next up, entering key information. If you create a schedule of keys on check-in and check-out, then the two schedules will be placed side by side on the check-out report for a handy comparison. If you have a photograph of all the keys, double-click on the palette to the right, navigate to the folder where the photograph of the keys is located and select the photograph. To build up a new schedule, start filling out the boxes to the left. Group matching keys together. For each new group, click Add Key and fill out the boxes afresh. If the key type you're looking for isn't included in the drop-down list, click on the pencil icon to the right of the list to add the category you want. In this case, I'll create a category named Other for all unknown key types. Once you've added the new category, you can select it. and so on until all the key groups have been recorded. You can also create a schedule of condition, which is intended as a place to create a very brief summary of the condition of selected aspects of the property. Because a schedule of condition is meant to be the briefest of summaries, we have kept the data entry methods to a minimum here and have emphasized the usage of generic descriptions with a very basic interface. The aspects of the property which may be described are listed in the left-hand column. The description applied is shown in the upper right palette, and various sentences likely to be applicable are shown in the palette above for rapid selection. To enter descriptions, you can either select from the list of sentences presented, or just type or dictate directly into the description field. In this example, I have just described all appliances as clean but not tested. Although on the whole a schedule refers to the whole property, in the event that you wish to make reference to a particular part of the property, you can add the word without typing by clicking on the plus symbol to the right of any of the areas you wish to refer to. If you wish to change the description sentences available to select for each category on the left, or even make changes to the categories themselves, select the Edit Categories button below. As you can see, the aspects of the property to be described are listed down the left, with buttons to add, edit or delete aspects beneath them, and the full list of schedule of condition sentences are to the right, once again with buttons to add, edit or delete them beneath. The terms that will be available for rapid selection and entry when the aspect highlighted on the left is selected in the schedule of condition form will be those which have tick marks next to them here while the aspect in question is selected. To start with, I'll create a new category for lighting. I'll connect it with another applicable sentence and create a random new sentence as well. Before exiting, I'll also select the new sentence that I've created so it is associated with the new lighting category, which is highlighted on the left. And finally, I'll click on the new sentence to describe the lighting aspect. Bear in mind that it is also possible to type or dictate directly into the description box above. The rapid selection sentences are meant as prompts and also for convenience of entry. So there you have the schedule of condition form. To sign off a report and/or obtain tenant or other signatures, click on the Sign Report button. The registered user's name will be automatically entered into the name field, and the sign date will be entered as the current date, although both fields may be overwritten if required. Fill out the rest of the details, not forgetting to specify which party the signature is meant to represent. Next, sign on the signature pad. For best results, use a stylus optimized for the type of touchscreen you are using. If you are not using a touchscreen or you do not have a stylus, then leave the signature field and a blank field will be included, which can be signed on printing off a copy. Any urgent comments or comments affecting the scope of the signature declaration can be made here. To obtain tenant and/or landlord signatures, click on the tab and go through the same procedure. If the wrong signature is entered or someone wants to withdraw their signature or re-sign, merely click Clear Signature, and if required they can sign again. As mentioned previously, if it is not possible to sign digitally, a blank declaration box will be included in the report, and all parties may sign a hard printed copy. Optionally, A forwarding address and details of whether the tenant was present and whether or not they explicitly agree with the report can be recorded here. Any number of new signatories can be added by clicking on Add New Signatory and filling out all relevant fields again. The only functions remaining to point out are the report production and report preview. The Produce Report button will generate a PDF of your report, which you can email or print. On completion of report production, the PDF will be held both on the computer that you have used to produce the report and online, so it can be accessed under your iAssist online web account or viewed by others sharing the same account or downloaded to another computer. Please note that if you need to modify a report that has been produced before, you may do so any number of times and reproduce it at no further charge. The system will automatically offer you the option to merge with or overwrite the existing report if you reproduce a report which has been produced previously. The produced report does not differ in any way from the preview, except that it can be printed and emailed. To preview the report, click here.